Shining is the land's light of justice. Ever flows the land's well of purpose. Walk free, walk free, walk free. Believe the land's alive. So feel, think, teach, hear, feel, think, teach, speak, tell, hope, wish, roam, sleep, sleep on. Now open your eyes while our plight is repeated. Still deaf to our cries, lost in hope we lie defeated. Our souls have been torn and our bodies forsaken, bearing sins of the past, for our future is taken. War, born of strife, these trials persuade us not. Words without sound, these lies betray our thoughts. Marred by a plague of doubtful and she mourns. Judgment bites all we hold to a memory of scorn. Tell us why, given a life, we are meant to die, helpless as our cries. Witness, suffer, borrow, reason, follow, stumble, wanna, listen,
Hello, everyone. Uh-oh. Better get my game audio back up a little bit. How are y'all doing tonight? It looks like, yeah, we got a few people in here. Yeah, man, that Shiva theme is so awesome. Whenever I first started that raid, it's been about a week now. All of the comments in the chat were like, "Oh God, it's time to turn up the music." I was like, "Ah, yeah, whatever." Yeah, that's awesome. And then the first one was from a Distance World performance. Distant Worlds is Square's live orchestrated version of Final Fantasy music. It's really awesome. I think at this point, whenever they dump them all on Spotify, I think they put all of those Distant World songs on there. Could be wrong, but it's definitely worth listening to. Uh-oh. So, what we're going to do tonight, I've got a friend who's just about to hit 50. Are you in the chat right now, my friend who's about to hit 50? Ah. We'll give him a little while. Okay, cool. So, yeah, what we're going to do tonight, I want to get him up to 50. I want to practice my white mage a little bit. I've always been kind of weirded out about playing healers, so there we go. I don't look quite like a clown anymore. Conan Grolf, you were here last time. I believe you remember my last outfit. I was wearing boxers and Uggs. It was a horribly embarrassing experience. But now I only look kind of like a clown, so that's neat. Okay. But yeah, the bummer about this is that, oh, there we go. The bummer here is that I'm not going to be able to use my really cool spells like I missed the Goonies outfit. Yeah, me too. I might actually. I don't think I've sold those sets yet. I think I might actually go back and glamour those. But I just got this really cool ability, Afflatus Solus. I don't like the hope that's not inflation. That's weird. But no, Afflatus Solus. It's just it's an instant, really nice heal. Apparently, what White Mage does though is for every 30 seconds you're in combat, they give you one of these lilies, and you can trade those in for either that spell or I think a group spell. I say think because they don't give you that one until like really, really late into Stormblood maybe, or Shadowbringer, Bloodbath. I don't know. What are these? These expansions all have really weird and kind of cryptic names, but they all kind of sound the same. Oh God. Okay. See, so I just got Medica 2, which is it's a party-wide region. Sastashikasaka. Yes, Magic Mike. That's correct. I hate this place. But I just got this this party-wide heal over time, and it's the most amazing thing ever, and I can't stop using it. And now I can't use it at all because they block off half of your magic, half of all of your skills. It's really weird getting used to that stuff. That is that dude in Link to the Past. Yeah. I hope he comes back one of these days. Probably not. Okay, cool. So I tried to set things up so that you couldn't make out party names or people that I'm targeting. I really hope that actually comes through. The very same. Yes. But yeah, what even do I have anymore? I've got arrow, I've got stone, I've got my regular heal. Oh man. Okay, good. Oh, ooh, that was very close. I should probably stop just dicking around, but but yeah, that's the annoying part of these early level dungeons. I really want to do all these and actually just be able to have the whole suite of moves. Are you streaming sound? There we go. Can you hear that? Does that sound a little better? I tried to turn it down a little bit, but I can't really tell. I'm looking over at the mixer, and I don't want it to get too high. But mostly, yeah, it sounds a little low. But for these dungeons, I mean, at a certain point, all you're going to be able to hear is just like that. But that's also because I'm popping up cures every second. That's really all you can hear. Uh-oh. This tanks really, I think, underestimate this dungeon. It can get kind of hairy. Like right now, I don't have an instant heal. Like I can't just pop a heal on this guy. Like if it were, I don't know, a later dungeon, if it were like Arum Vale or something, I would just be able to pop my regen or my Medica 2, my sweet precious Medica 2. But yeah, I don't have any kind of AoEs here, and uh-oh. Oh my god, come on. Please, please tank. I'm begging you, tank. Please tank, I'm begging you. Thank you. Okay, cool. Oh, cool. Alright, I got even more people on me. Nice. Tanks. Please stop these giant pulls at early levels. But then, if you look at the way I tank, especially these early places, like, I'm way too cautious. Like, an abundance of caution, thinking that I'm just gonna ruin someone's night with a wipe on these stupid trash mobs. But this, Jesus, dude, I can hardly keep up. I have the one cure spell. I have the one cure spell, and then I have Medica, which takes forever to heal. And it only heals in an area around me. I mean, look at this. The enemy screen's about to take up half of my stream here. And they're attacking me again. Great. So I know the thing is you gotta kite up to the tank or whatever, but like, I don't know. Seems kind of irresponsible almost, but that's fine. This tank is oh come on. Let's just pop some arrow on this guy. This tank is confident, and I'm going to make sure they don't die. So just pop some arrows on that. Okay, and they didn't. Nobody bothered to check the the note at the beginning, and that's also my fault. I should have really done that, but oh, gotta give this guy an isn't it? When doing Sebastian, Stasha. When doing this dungeon, yeah, make sure that you at least check that note at the very beginning. Thanks! Someone just said, hey, thanks. Oh my god, another one. Oh. So this whole fight is just going to be us getting ads. That's wonderful. There we go. Just watching Dragoons is so cool. Okay. I should probably stop DPSing for just a moment. But it's so tempting, and I can't use Holy! I just want to use Holy right now. I want to use Holy, I want to use my regions. I haven't been able to find a really good use for Cure 3 either. It takes a ton of magic, or it takes a ton of MP to use. It doesn't seem to, for me at least, from what I've noticed, yeah, it doesn't heal as much as Cure 2. I can get Cure 2 for free, so I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad. That could also be the case. The classic white mage moves: throw rock. Well, I mean, who else is gonna throw rock? There we go. Oh my! Stop. Okay. Let's heal up the rest of my party here while I'm... This is gonna be one of those dungeons I don't think I'm gonna get a whole lot of time to actually DPS a little bit. I had this party the other night where, like, the tank was like, hey, just so you know, the tank's job is to make sure that everyone else just does damage, and healer, you shouldn't even be doing damage. Just let me tank everything. Like, no, man, no. We wiped about, I think we wiped like 7 times. It was in one of the hard mode dungeons, but yeah, the tank was pulling the entire dungeon up to the boss. And oh my god. And yeah, we still got some stragglers here. But yeah, it doesn't really matter how equipped you are. Like, if I can't keep up with you, then like, you know, this isn't a job. I'm not getting paid for it. I'm not gonna break my back to make sure that the tank can clear his dungeon in 20 seconds. It's fun. Just have some fun with it. Just hang out. Don't aggro half of the dungeon and just whatever. Yeah, this is. I also feel obligated though. It's like, ah, man, the other people in the party are relying on me for them to have fun. And it's not like this is a bad way to tank either. It's just that I always worry that I'm going to screw up and end up getting everyone killed. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just really hoping that the next dungeon... You know what? I would even take Aurum Vale next time. I had the weird experience... I can't even speak right now. I had the weirdest experience the other day healing... It wasn't Aurum Vale. I think it was the what is it? Oh, I can't look at him. No, it's called like Drangum. I don't remember. It's a pain in the ass just as much as Aurum Vale is, but it started off and all I said in this party was, "Thank Christ it's not Aurum Vale again." And what I meant by that was, I'm glad I didn't just queue into Aurum Vale for the 6th time tonight. I don't really like that dungeon. Every time I play it, it seems like half the party doesn't actually know that like running into the big poison pools at the beginning is really deadly. Like, you can stand in that for like 10 seconds before you're at critical health. So I just didn't want to do it again. But one of the guys in the party was like, "Oh, I'm so sick of you people demonizing Aurum Vale," or like, I hate when you people are so negative about dungeons. I've been playing since 1.0 and this game's really improved. And that went on for the entire dungeon. Everyone was arguing, everyone just got totally pissed with each other. The only way that I had to calm people down was I tried to ask, "What's your favorite JoJo part?" Didn't really work out that well. No one really responded to it. By the way, the best part is 7. No. I had someone who said their favorite part was part 6, which is also fine. That's fine. I like part 6 well enough. I hear a lot of people who say that it's kind of rote. But I don't know. Part 6, Conan Rolf. That is a just fine answer. I think part 7 it's very strong. It has oh, I got distracted from trying to kill someone. It's very thematically consistent. The character writing is just incredible. Some of the stands are really cool. Part 4 has best intro. Part 7's not out yet. We don't know. Part 7 might be really good. Now, uh-oh. We got someone drawing aggro here. Now, I heard a little while ago someone... Oh, crap. Better sprint over there. I saw someone make the statement that Part 7 needs Old Town Road as its ending theme, I would be very happy to see that. Part 3, oh, you think Stand Proud's the best intro? Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Stand Proud's really good. It's a really good tone setter when you go from I don't know, like a rock ballad from part 1 to just smooth ass jazz from part 2. And then you just have this screaming angry rock for part 3 to start off. Like, oh, okay, this is gonna be the part where everyone just punches each other. Also, I'm not the biggest fan of Stardust Crusaders. I know that's the one that, like, everyone kind of got in with that one. Zawarido is one of the first big internet memes. Like, what? Wait, no. Oh, no. No, I like part 3. Bloody Stream. Yeah, Bloody Stream. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think for me, it's probably... It's a toss-up between Bloody Stream and... Let me just throw some rocks at this asshole. Uh-oh. Take me some healing. It's a toss-up between Bloody Stream and Fighting Gold. That song is so awesome. Wasn't a big fan of Trader's Requiem, though. And the stuff that they do at the end of part 5 with the opening, it's just... I don't know. It's not as they're never going to top part 5 or to part 5. Blah. They're never going to top part 3. What they do with End of the World, I don't see them topping it. They could do something cool with part 6, I think. But yes, awesome. I was unable to receive all the company seals. Why not? Wait, hold on a second here. Am I... Wait, how do I look at my currency? Oh, that's weird. Better give a player commentation. Let's just pass all this crap. I don't need it. Okay, how do I look at my currency? Because now I'm starting to wonder. Okay. Oh no, my tombstones. Yeah, those are all capped. Crap, I gotta do something about that. Okay, Magic Mike. Oh no, now he's left. Conan Grolf, it's just me and you now. Bummer. Let's see. Oh my god, I'm maxed out on company seals. That's kind of horrific. How dare? How dare? I don't know. That's why I'm not really pumping up these streams, because I would really just like to, you know, hang out, get used to it, spend them. I haven't been really doing much with my, with my company, so I'll just go over. I guess I can see what I can do here. But while I'm doing that, see how my friend's doing. Oh! See how my friend's doing here with his, 47. Okay. Yeah, we still have a few dungeons we can run. But I'm party leader, so yeah. Conan Grolf, am I keeping player names hidden okay? Or am I just blasting everyone's names and faces and all of their prudent information to the entire world? Because I can't tell. My screen looks like a blurry mess in those parts. Can see them when you heal them. Damn it. Okay. I'll try to do something about that later then. I do not want any of that stuff to be public. Okay, so I must complete rank 1 in the Grand Company objectives of my hunting log. Where in the hell is my hunting log? I have never... Not all, but the last half of the name. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can fix that a little bit. Actually, I can fix that right now. Hold on, give me a second. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to do something about that later because otherwise it's gonna, I mean, last names are all gonna be randomized anyway for the most part, so, okay. Classes, rank 1. Oh, I've gotta do all these? Wait, what? Is it just regular? Oh, okay. Well, that's weird. It looks like okay, I've got a few more that I have to do for my Dragoon. Gladiator. That's kind of lame. It's your standard MMO. Excuse me, my allergies have been just killing me lately. It's awful. But uh-oh, looks like the DPS is not ready yet. It's your standard MMO. Busy work. It's fine. Oh no. There we go. I didn't know that penalties existed until a few days ago, and usually if I don't actually do the dungeon, like if I end up bowing out at the last second, it's because I'm just busy or something like that. I try my hardest not to queue up if I don't have time for it. Oh, another one of these early level ones. Oh, bummer. But I queued up for a half hour for one of the in-game Realm Reborn raids, and weird stuff happened. I think my cat was getting into something and ended up having to completely just redo that queue. That was one of the most frustrating experiences with this game so far. But it's never that bad. It's fine. Okay. Alright. Whoa, hold on. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, this person, it looks like most of their name is weird. Maybe. But yeah, I'll fix that before my next stream. It's not too much of a big deal. I need more cinematic posers from the casters. There you go. Let me, There, how about that? Was that fine? Was that okay? Look, I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest just to play this and not have a panic attack and start foaming at the mouth. Amongst other things. As it is. Cinematic camera angles are gonna be... It's gonna be few and far between. We don't need to go there. We don't need it. Thank you. Thanks. Alright. Cool. Yeah, no, see, that's... For a lot of these early ones, it's all the same 3 or 4 skills. And, okay, I have Surecast. That's cool. I might have... Is Rescue... Okay, I don't know. It's really weird. They allow you to do these roll skills just whenever, so long as you actually, as you've actually learned them, they'll let you use them pretty early on. Yeah, okay, I can use Rescue even. That's strange. And I think there's some way to, like, drop the level sync. I don't know what that's all about, and I haven't really tried it, because I do like doing these. I like doing these lower level ones with people. It's kind of like being able to actually replay this part of the game, and that's neat. That's a good value. But I still want to go through here and just steamroll everything. Okay. But again, low level healing. It's spamming cure. Then doing some dots if I have the time. And for this one, it looks like this dungeon I'm actually going to have quite a bit of time. Cool. But yeah, the deal with this place, some monsters will drop Magitech power cells. Some of them will be just kind of spawned around, and you have to search the dungeon for them. not a whole lot of actual, like, spelunking in these dungeons, and I'm grateful for that. Okay. Probably should. Yeah, see, here's one of the powers. Yeah, Magitech. Photocells, not power cells, photocells. With all the fantasy jargon in this game, it's hard to keep up sometimes. Oh, wait, no. I take that back. I would be grateful for somewhat weird fantasy jargon in this game if it meant I didn't have to put up with Tales of games and their absolutely ridiculous fantasy names. Like, some of that crap is just like, where did you get these words? Like, did you just mash words on a keyboard until something came up? And then you translated it in Google Translate, and then you translated it back? Like, every single Tales game, the ones that I've played at least, have all had these, like, these utterly ridiculous names for like, magic and, like, or something like Materia in Final Fantasy VII will be like the Argo-classed crystal diamond of the forever shits. Just wait till PSO2. Oh, God. From what I played of PSO2, it looks kind of accessible. I don't know. Can we... Okay, there we go. But, I don't know. PSO2 is going to be a weird one, too. From the way I understand it, it's kind of archaic in some parts. Well, you know what? I'll just Medica this. Oh, if only I could use my real Medica and give everyone a heal over time. But yeah, like, the monetization in PSO2 is apparently really weird, and like it has these elements that are, I don't know, that MMOs really haven't done in a while. I just realized that I did that thing with my horrible southern accent. MMOs. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my hardest. I've been trying my hardest for a long time, so just stick around. Maybe I'll stop having mush mouth one of these days. Just pass on all this. Cool. Let's see. We're a third of the... God, look at this! And it's all a straight line. That's the worst part. Oh, no. Okay, everyone, please let me heal you. Ah! The tank ran away again. Okay, there we go. And, okay, yeah. So, the debuffs in this aren't so bad like in these early levels, especially if it's just poison. They only last, like, 6 seconds or so. Like, one single Medica is going to cure your entire party. And by the time you get, like, regen and stuff, the damage over time is just totally done away with. But that also means that I have to be playing actual level 50 quests, so... But we're good. Okay. I like seeing these basic Final Fantasy enemies. Stuff like, Flans here, and... What is it, Marlboros are really common in the late game, as they should be. That's something that I think, of anything else, like, I totally get why people who played, like, World of Warcraft for their just undying love of Warcraft, I totally get it now. Like, when I played that game, it was kind of just, mechanics are fun, I don't really care at all about the story, but whatever. Because the only Warcraft I've ever played has been Warcraft 3. If you catch me slipping, it's because I'm eating chicken. What kind of chicken are you eating, man? I would love to eat some chicken. We had just whatever, just something that we had lying around tonight. My God, I had I was gonna stream last night too, but I had this dumb idea. Sometimes I have ideas that that I know are bad ideas, and I tell myself as soon as I start them, like, this is stupid. This is really a bad decision on your part. I think we can, yeah, we can just go through here. Last night was one of those, and it was a particularly bad one because my birthday was, oh my god, it was last week. I almost forgot when my birthday was. This isolation has got me just slightly less disoriented than usual, because at least whenever we weren't quarantined, I could go out and actually go to work and remember what day it was. Without it, it's just, everything's just kind of blending together, so whatever. But last night, about 7:30, I got to thinking, you know what? My wife got me a really nice glass pie pan. It's really wonderful. I love it. I hadn't had a chance to use it yet, and I've been wanting to make, I've been wanting to make a blueberry pie. So my wife, she got the stuff. She, in our last grocery order, because we have to order all of our groceries in advance, she ordered the stuff for a blueberry pie, but unbeknownst to us, probably to everyone in the world, everyone bought all of the pre-made 9-inch pie crusts. And I'm lazy, and I'm not a good cook, so I really didn't feel like actually making my own. So my wife orders one of these, like, these ready-made pie crust kits. It's the powder, it's like the flour and everything else. It's already been made. All you gotta do is add water to it, whatever. And I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm a smart man. I'm resourceful. I can do this. This will be fine. This will be great. And oh yeah, that's right. We have to go through here first. That's right. Forgot that they hide one. So I'm thinking, I'm resourceful. I can do this. Other people make their own. Surely it won't be a problem for me. My thought was, okay, it'll take 15 minutes to create, do all the stuff. Give or take 15 minutes to do all that. Then pop the pie in the oven. We're good. We're Gucci. We're rad. Whatever. An hour later, when the pie crust is finally chilled and is ready to be divided, that's when I noticed that our really nice apartment has, like, a pretty small kitchen. It's a nice kitchen, but it's really small. That became a problem when I was trying to roll out my crust. And it just got worse from there. I think at some point even unkind words were exchanged because we don't have a whole lot of blueberry pie. Sounds good. Yeah, it sounds great even. Yeah, it tastes okay. I use too much sugar, as it turns out. Oh my god, this is turning out to be bad. I use too much sugar is the end of that story. But it became a whole ordeal, and at one point my wife said, even though tensions were high, she said something that made me think she has a point here. Why did I think that it was a good idea to start making a pie at 7:30? Or 8, or however late it was. It was right before I wanted to stream. What got in me to decide to make a pie at this time? And I didn't know. I didn't have an answer for that. And that's the most frustrating thing about all this, is that I knew I made a stupid mistake, and I knew I made a stupid mistake, like, about 5 minutes into making it. But I couldn't just stop. I couldn't just stop making the pie. I already used up the crust. I used up what little flour we had, because guess what? All of the fucking flour in the world has also been sold out for like 3 weeks straight. So I had to do it. I had to finish it. I had to finish making the pie. So the pie, it eventually got made. It was 11 p.m. by the time we finished it up. And because the crust had been mangled, it was hanging off in weird ways off of the pie pan. We got a guy here still. It was hanging off in weird ways, so it burnt a little bit. And when pie crust burns, it gets a little flaky. So we ended up having to, WTB flour. Yes, please let me buy some flour, please. I would love to buy some flour right now. There we go. So, yeah. I'm just kind of embarrassed. We ended up having to fish out some parts of the really flaky crust out of the oven so as to not cause a fire, because it just started cracking everywhere. Now the crust is just this off, dark, brownish hue. It's not shaped right. It's almost like it's mocking me. But I have to eat it. But the worst part about all of it is that I use just a little bit too much sugar in the actual filling, so it's just a little bit too sweet. The damn pie that I almost tore my hair out over was too sweet in the end. And my wife likes it. She thinks it's great. She thinks it's, well, I think it's fine. She says that it's good. I'm just like, wow, this is not perfect. After all of that. So that was fun. Anyway, Magic Mike, what kind of chicken did you have? You're telling us you made a blueberry pot pie. Yeah, kinda. I made a blueberry pot pie. That's... Uh-oh. Oh, we're going the wrong way. I made a little bit of a blueberry pot pie. Uh-oh. I hope this doesn't turn out too bad. If you're DPS and you're going off on your own and you haven't told Healer that you're gonna run off and do something. By the way, I'm not calling out this guy in particular because I think there is actually something over here. Yeah, there's a treasure chest in here, so there are reasons to do this. But I've had some duties where just the other night, actually, doing, not Praetorium, whatever the one before the Praetorium was, where the DPS, I think it was a dancer, was like, okay, I'm gonna run through here and kite literally the whole dungeon. Please keep up, tank. We wiped about 4 times. Oh, no. We wiped about 4 times. It was funny. Like, the chat, the people in the chat were actually really pretty humorous. They all had good spirits about it, but this was like my first time healing an 8-man actual raid. Like, not just a single boss fight, but an actual raid. And that was the first time that I thought, you know what? I'm not... Oh crap, I can't do anything past this. I'm not doing anything wrong this time. I'm doing everything that I can to keep this this suicidal DPS from wiping our entire party. And eventually it worked. Because one of our tanks remembered that paladins have a just straight 20-second invincibility passive, or not a passive, but a cooldown. As soon as they remembered that, everything went really smoothly. But yeah, I'm trying my hardest not to be negative at all about this, because if you... One of these days, you guys will see me try to tank, and you'll understand that I'm an idiot, and I don't know how to do this stuff. Even DPSing is some of these, like some of the later dungeons. I'm not looking forward to what is it? Heavensward duties, just based on what I know about how much harder these things get. Okay, here we go. And this guy, oh no. So yeah, as soon as you step off of here, this guy's gonna draw you in. So we're gonna gonna hang back for a little while. Okay, cool. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Had a chin scratch. I didn't realize that I was touching my awful microphone. Cool. Please just let me have regen. And if it sounds to you, viewers, like I am rambling and going off in tangents, it's because I'm rambling. I'm going off in tangents. Because I'm filled with nervous energy, both healing in a pointless Final Fantasy XIV duty and streaming to all of you. Because I really hope you're enjoying yourselves. You could be doing anything else with your time other than watch me play low-level Final Fantasy XIV dungeons, or listen to me and my stupid mush mouth. So I really appreciate it. Please stick around. I'm thinking during the week I'm actually going to play more. I'm probably going to play more of these just kind of like chill, relaxed, forever games. I'm thinking at some point I might. Uh-oh. Hope you guys can hear that ambulance. That was weird. I'm thinking at some point, Conan Grolf, who says I am playing FF7 on Switch at the same time. Good, you're making good use of your time. Ah, shit. You and I have Dragon Ball Fighters to get back to. It's been a while. For everyone who's watching who's not him, before all this started, we regularly played Fighters together and tried to get good, but I am incapable of being or getting good. Either of those. Okay, cool. My friend here, who I'm helping level, just hit 48. We're close. Oh wait, I should play her. You and I, yeah. I'm gonna just be trash in Fighters. Yeah. So we got together and played fighting games every now and then, and yeah. That was fun, and I seriously miss it. As it turns out, that's pretty much the only social interaction that's been impacted with this quarantine. Magic Mike, let me know whenever you're let me know whenever you're ready to queue up again. And also, you need to tell me in the chat what exactly kind of chicken you had, because now I'm really getting hungry for chicken. But at some point, I'd like to play Fighters again on stream. I'm not good. I'll just say that right now. I'm perfectly trash. I don't remember what rank I was on PS4 either. Not Super Saiyan Blue. Frieza Clan? Was it Super Saiyan Blue? I don't know. Excuse me. The kind with feathers or scales, Mike? That's an interesting question. But yeah, so during the week I want to play stuff like that. Just whatever comes to mind, whatever's not going to require actually sitting down and preparing for. And by that I mean I'm probably at some point in the near future going to probably play around with Monster Hunter. I don't know yet. Conan Grolf, you and I talked a little bit about Monster Hunter in my last stream. And thankfully, this one's actually going to have a VOD, so people can go back and watch it after I'm done. I figured out how to get that done, and I sure do feel like an idiot for not having it set up beforehand. But I would like to play Monster Hunter World on stream. I played a little bit of it on PS4, and it's, even though I'll repeat what I said in my last stream, which is I think that's probably my favorite Monster Hunter gameplay-wise, whereas Generations Ultimate is probably my favorite in terms of content and just an overall package. But I haven't put a whole lot of time into World, and it was the first game I think I bought when I got my new PC. The first recent current-gen game, at least. So that's one that I'd like to play. I have a few more that I'm kind of looking at. I got Grim Dawn a little while ago, and I think that's also a game that would be really fun to stream. I have no idea what I'm doing in that game, so that'd be fun, just to waste everyone's time. But for now, I'm gonna stream here for just a little while longer, I think. I like doing this. It's not as horrific as I was kind of expecting it to be. But then I'm going to watch over the VOD after this is all over with, and probably sink into utter despair. I can see that happening. We need to get you Granblue Fantasy Versus. Yeah, probably. I'm interested in that game. I might actually get Granblue before I get Fighters. I don't know. I'd like to play Fighters on stream, but at the same time, I don't know. Granblue's that's the hot new fighting game. So I don't know. I remember you, Conan Grolf, telling me that that it has a dedicated block button, and I don't know what to think about that. That's weird. So I'm going to text someone. The Twitch. Okay, I just got a. Just got a text from someone saying that the Twitch app must suck because I can't hear or see anything. Anyone else? I've got. It says I have 3 viewers right now. Anyone else having problems with hearing me? Because I have the game audio down pretty low. You don't need to hear white mage spells going every 2 seconds. So at the moment, that's low. I've got my mic probably too high, but then I also know that I'm a very loud talker, so I don't know. I'm not having problems. Okay. Then yeah, it's if it's the game audio you're here to listen for, I regret to tell you that it is going to be a little lower at the moment. This is okay. Just making sure here that I've got that I'm doing my roulettes here correctly, because yeah, you need to be 50 for the rest of these. So, all right, let's kick it. Registration complete. Uh-oh. It took longer than 2 seconds, so I'm concerned. I hope they're not going to drop me into one that's already in the middle of things. In media res. Whatever you'd call it. Huh, block button is super dash. No. Ooh. I'm going to have to change that. if I ever get around to playing Granblue, I'm going to have to change that because that, or when I start playing fighters again, I'm going to have to stop super dashing as much because I know that's also a big problem. Okay, where are we? Oh, are you fucking serious? Another one of these low-level dungeons where I have a total of 4 spells that I can use. Which is fine. But I really want to use Medica too. Dedicated overhead button too. Man, you're saying these things. You keep saying things about Granblue that make me not want to play it. But at the same time, it is the hottest new thing. It is the hot new shit. I do want to play the hot new shit. But I love fighters so much. I haven't played fighters in probably 2 or 3 weeks though. As soon as Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, other video games just stopped existing for a while, and then I went straight from that back into 14 because I was already a bit higher leveled at that point. So I thought, whatever, I'm already here. I might as well just get to 50 on this. The slower fights make it more like SF. That actually might not be bad. That kind of sounds like it might be a good selling point because I would rather. By the way, you probably can't see it, but this tank has the most incredible name ever. I'm so happy that I'm partying with them. Current Street Fighter is a disaster. So, I don't know. Like, having any sort of replacement for that might not be such a bad thing. Yeah, the last I played in Street Fighter was right when Championship Edition came out, and it's okay. Just it feels almost archaic at this point. Like it's so methodical. When honestly, like every fighting game that's not from Capcom is a super fast anime fighter with like a billion systems built into it. Not saying that that's the best way to go about it, but it seems as though there's more that you could do with, I mean, as much money as Capcom has. Street Fighter V doesn't need to play like molasses anymore. But then, I don't know. I'm also really not an authority on fighting games. I know very little. I probably don't even know what I'm talking about right now. Let's get an arrow on you, buddy. I probably have no idea what I'm even talking about, but from my own perception, Street Fighter V just doesn't feel that great to play. You know, it's kind of amazing. A lot of parties with higher level people just completely run past these whatever chests, mostly because they only have stuff like just potions or whatever. We could always just go back to King of Fighters. Yeah, when I said 50 mechanics, I meant like 50 mechanics that a human knows how to actually play. Every time I've tried to play King of Fighters, I felt like I was having a headache. And there's nothing that you can do that doesn't feel like you're doing it wrong. For me, at least. It's like, oh, okay, well. I am also frustrated that your spells are so limited. Thank you. It is a real nightmare that it's Cure 1, and then I can do Arrow, and then I can throw a rock. Magic Mike. Oh my god. I just accidentally opened like 50 windows. Did that show up? I hope not. That would be horribly embarrassing. But Magic Mike, I'm not going to do roulettes next time because I think we're going to be stuck in these super low level dungeons where neither of us are having fun. There's no real point in doing roulettes because they're not giving us enough XP to actually count at this point. So next one, depending on what you have unlocked, we'll just do that. There are a few that I would like to play, and I didn't do any of the hard mode duties. As soon as you beat the Praetorium in Realm Reborn, they just start throwing all of these really cool hard mode dungeons. Kind of, you know, I was gonna say they're like heroics in WoW, but unlike WoW heroics, they actually mix things up. Like it's like doing a brand new dungeon. I'd like to know, actually, just kind of a tangent. I'd like to know what the dungeons in 1.0 were like for this game, and how much they changed, and how much hard mode is a change from then. Because one of the big things, whenever we were having that really dumb argument with the with my last, or not my last party, but my party from a few days ago, when that guy got so mad because I trashed Arm Vale. How dare I? What a bastard I am. One of the points they made was that the game improved so much from 1.0, and that in that version, Arm Vale was this unplayable mess. I think that's when I realized, like, oh, so the game was like, I gotta turn on this. There we go. Like the actual dungeons, like the duties and stuff, were the same. Like they repurposed it and made it good. That's kind of incredible. And I know, yeah, they repurposed like everything with this, but the fact that like you can go back and see the same versions of those dungeons and them being like either way dumber or more aggravating or whatever. Like I'm interested in that. I would really like to see what those were like. I'm glad that Square did what they did. I'm so grateful for Yoshi P for making this game good. But they did delete an entire video game to make sure that this would survive, and I'm so curious to see what those old like story quests and dungeons were like. And yeah, I just go to YouTube, whatever. But I don't know. Like, I wish there was a way to play through that old crap. You know, like I got the story from the MSQ for A Realm Reborn. Like, yeah, it's not the most frustratingly complex story ever, but there are these little character moments and these big reveals that have more weight as a sequel to 1.0. And for a lot of people, I mean, that's not just me, like, most people playing this game now will never know what any of that stuff is unless they read up on the lore, they turn to YouTube videos or something. Excuse me. Sorry, like I said, my allergies are just And I mentioned this in my other stream too, but I had to record a video for work the other day, and I thought it was fine, and I went back to listen to it, and the whole time, like, I sounded like I was half dead, choking on phlegm and stuff. And I didn't even realize it. Like, I was just like, okay, yeah, let's knock this video out, whatever. I did it in like 5 minutes. It was a short video. Like, okay, yeah, that was fine. I listened back to it then, and I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds okay. A day later, when I listened to it again, I'm like, oh my god, how embarrassing. Here we go. Okay. Chronogrolf, I think you are once again my lone viewer. Thank you for sticking around. I hope Final Fantasy VII is treating you well. Where are you at in FF7, by the way? I will not do a remake spoiler stream. I'm not going to talk about it. I would rather play it and show you why I hated the ending and talk about that than I would just flat out kind of just like, hey, here's what happened and here's why I didn't like it. Like, I'd actually like to show that to the stream. Yuffie stole my cash. Yeah, there's a whole, like, there's like a visual novel, like, dialogue branch that you have to do for her to actually join your party. Speaking of the remake, though, I am really interested to see how they're going to integrate her, because there's no way that they're going to have this 3-part, like, 200-hour epic, or whatever, and just have completely optional characters and side quests. It's not going to happen. So I'm kind of thinking, if it were me, if I were designing a retread of FF7, mashing together all of the optional parts so that it flowed better and there wasn't any kind of wasted work, like having a character that you'll just never see. Yuffie joins the party for the first time, I believe. The first chance you have is around Fort Condor, which, without saying too much, because I don't want to spoil the game for you, that place comes back later in the story because of some materia hijinks. I wish that I could have had a cam on right there so everyone could see me doing jazz fingers. I am at Fort Condor. Okay, good. See, okay, well, without saying too much, you'll return to Fort Condor at some point. You return to a few areas later in the game. doing the quest thingy-mabob. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, is that they're going to integrate Yuffie into that quest somehow, and I don't know why, but I am curious about it. I can totally see how it's going to work, if that's what they do. But after this first part of the remake, I might as well say, like, basic. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Basic storytelling is no longer something that we can expect out of Tetsuya Nomura and his merry band of Kingdom Hearts writers. But we'll see. I don't know. FF7 remains one of my favorite games. I love that game very dearly. Oh no, someone doesn't realize we gotta go through here. I don't think I'm going to play that on stream in the near future. I will at some point. I will play FF7. Like I said, I love that game, but I feel like at this point there are other Final Fantasies that I would like to play on stream that I don't see too much on here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that though, but I will do 7 at some point. I just wonder what the best way to play, like, to stream 7 would be. Because my first thought is just play the PS1 version. I mean, that game is totally playable. It's not like when it was released on Switch, it's not like they updated the script, but it's not like they actually retranslated it the way that game deserves to be. It's not like they did a Final Fantasy Tactics. So it's stuff like, yeah, you can get your limit break. They changed, like, some typos that don't matter. But at the end of the day, it's not much of a difference. It's just that the Switch, just playing it casually, I'm probably never going to play it not on the Switch again. But in the long run, there aren't enough of those changes that you would favor one version over the other. And I swear to Christ, if we get to a point where people start saying, why play FF7 when the remake is here, that's going to drive me up the wall. However, I have noticed a lot of people, like, this is the first time that I've really agreed with this sentiment, but I've noticed a lot of people saying, don't worry about the remake, the original still exists. And this is the first real time where I've thought of that and thought, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I'll just go back and play the original. That's fine. That game's still great. It's okay. Yeah. I also tried to play Final Fantasy VIII the other night. Last night, I think. I was lying in bed. I couldn't sleep. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll just play FF8 a little bit. I continue to hate FF8. I am losing. Oh, you're losing the minigame? Yeah, that thing is hard, dude. I hate doing it. Okay. I love that we have a Mind Flayer here. That's how we do that. Okay. And once again, if this were a later dungeon, I would have popped my Medica 2, given everyone a really nice heal over time. Let's just mark this guy. Yeah, these are... Okay. Sorry, I was looking over at the chat. If you can tell that you're playing with someone who's new, don't be an asshole. Like, everyone was new at some point. Like, you didn't suddenly know how to play the game that you're best at. Like, anything like that. If there's something that you know you're really good at, don't be an asshole about people just starting off. Be patient. It's the point when people are testing your patience and specifically not listening to you that you can then call them an asshole. But don't be the asshole first. Oh, I love that. I love whenever whenever you're just standing right outside of the danger zone like that. Because then you don't have to take a right in the danger zone. I worked at when I was a teenager. I think I was like 19 or something. I worked at Movie Gallery, Hollywood Video, whatever you would call it. Oh, tank, please. And they always played these like montage clip shows of like whatever movies they wanted you to check out that month to subtly give you propaganda or whatever. And one of the most frustrating experiences of my life was this trailer with a bunch of action schlock, like it was Top Gun, obviously, but it was set to Danger Zone by Kenny Rogers. So about every, I don't know, every 10 minutes or so, you would just, you'd be doing your work, you'd be putting up movies, you'd be considering what mistakes you made to get to this point in your life, and highway to the danger zone. Oh my god, that was way out of tune. Yeah, you have to deal with that, and the first time it's like, yeah, man, I love that song, awesome. The 40th time you hear it in a night, kind of hope that you never hear it again. Rest in peace, Kenny Rogers, by the way. Sad day. Movie Gallery, I miss it. I miss shopping, or whatever you would call it. I miss renting movies. It's just, that's an entire experience that's gone away. Like renting games and renting movies. I got a 4th of a level. Hell yeah, man. Magic Mike, would you like to do a real dungeon now? Because what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to hand off the party duty finder to you and allow you to queue into whatever highest level dungeons you have. So let's see. Promote. So I'm gonna do that. Party leader, you do it. You do the you queue into whatever your highest level thing is. Stores are dead. All hail Amazon. Yep. Amazon reminds me of Megalomart. Oh my god. Well, let's just hope that they keep their they store their propane in a relatively safe location. Ugh. Yeah, Amazon reminds me kind of Amazon actually reminds me a lot of Shinra. They're just, it's not just that they are so big, it's that they have so many different things that they offer. Like them and Google, they are an army away from being Shinra. And people don't really give FF credit for just how on point it is at its very, very heavy themes of corporate dystopian array. The mega corporation in Rocco's Modern Life. Man, hell. The first thing I think of is it's something about lobotomy. I don't remember what it is, but they have a TV station that's a pun on lobotomy, and I can't remember what now. But oh, it's been a while since I watched Rocco's Modern Life. I didn't watch the Guildhess. Okay, I haven't watched the Netflix special. I heard it wasn't that great. Maybe one of these days. I don't know, but I don't know. What the hell is this? Oh no, we're level 11! Magic Mike, what have you done? We got to the first, literally the first thing you do with the party. They took away spells! Alright, let's get it done. I don't know what race the or this one guy is in my party, but he looks very stiff. Oh no, my phone fell. Sorry guys. Thankfully, in case you weren't here for my last stream, which I don't think you were, I was, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just gonna DPS this guy. In my last stream, we were doing Arm Veil because, like I said, they keep queuing me into it for some reason, and as soon as I ran into the damn final boss arena, I nudged my phone off of my table directly onto the switch for my power cable. I wasn't even like, I wasn't mad, it was just shocking that it was just like, okay, bam, done. So now I'm getting really paranoid about this phone being here, but it's the safest place for me to actually have it where I can actually look at what I'm doing. Could you queue into the actual, like, the highest level just single dungeon that you have? I'm curious about, like, what I can actually do on my healer. Keep everyone alive, that kind of thing. Because right now I'm really afraid that they're just going to keep putting me into with the roulettes and stuff, especially since people are just now starting. More people are specifically queuing into these earlier dungeons. Like one of the guys that I just saw in one of our parties, without saying much, without saying anything to say who he was or whatever, I noticed that they didn't have the level lock icon, so like that person was actually, well, they might not have been brand new, but their character at least was still really low level. So the way I'm kind of assuming it, at least, is that there are still new people coming into this game. So as you specifically try to get into like certain dungeons for the story, that's more people who are going to have to queue into these lower level duties. Okay, Magic Mike's getting off. I'm going to do some Heavensward, just, what is it? MSQs? Main scenario quests? He says that the Twitch app is terrible. Maybe it's me who's terrible, I don't know. I would be very shocked if it wasn't me who was doing something wrong here. So, okay. So, Magic Mike, thank you for joining me for my stream. One of these days we'll get back on. Hopefully, before too long, we can get into some higher level stuff. But for me, I'm going to switch over to my Dragoon. Oh my god. Oh! This was awesome, actually. Last night, well, it was, you know, it could have been bad, but it turned out awesome. I was doing, what raid was it? They're not raids, no, it wasn't a raid. It was just an in-game dungeon. It was this thing here. Yeah, it was the Keeper of the Lake. And I went into that dungeon without really thinking about the fact that I had wiped at Arm's Veil like 10 times in a row with other parties. And when I got in, the first thing that popped up on my screen was literally all of your gear is in low condition. So I'm thinking, holy shit, there's no way I'm going to be able to finish this dungeon. So the whole time I'm checking like, okay, my ring is at 5% and my hat, my stupid jester hat here, this thing's at 15%. Maybe it'll last. I don't know. The whole time I got so freaked out about the fact that I was going to have to just leave. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to leave at some point because, oh cool, I got another thing, because I can't just stay here with broken gear. Literally, like 10 seconds before finishing the final boss of that duty, huge like alert on my screen. Every last bit of my gear had broken. And as soon as that notification went away, the boss went down. It was borderline like therapeutic to see the boss go down right as that happened. Incredible. And then I had to spend like 5,000 gil on actually repairing everything. So it is what it is. But I was just like, oh man. Okay, so what do we have here? I think one of these... Yeah, this one, this is my machinist quest. I don't really need that right now. Samurai, Samurai seems like a lot of work. Therefore, I don't want to do it. Let's see. Mordana. Sea of Clouds. I think this is where I needed to be. There it is. Whoa. And let's go. I really want to see what these new duties are like in Heavensward. That's it. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do some of these main quests for a little while. I'm a lot more interested in the story for this one after the hour-and-a-half long cutscene that ended off A Realm Reborn. And some of you might hear some itinerant shouting in the background. That is the result of my cat being a huge bitch. We give her the whole world, and she repays us by scratching our TV, knocking shit off the walls, scratching our priceless portraits. I'll switch to Revelations while watching your plight. You're doing Revelations 1, right? With Jill? Like I said in my last stream, I really like that game a whole lot. It's got some weird stuff with it. The new characters pretty much all suck. I really can't think of a moment where I was like, yeah, I'm so glad that they introduced this amazing character into the huge cast of Resident Evil, because it needed more of a cast, right? But all I remember was that there's a Hispanic guy. He's pretty cool. Can't remember his name for the life of me. I can't remember any of these characters' names. And one named... I do remember one character's name. Jackass. I don't remember a thing about his character, because him and everything else in this game was... Unless it was with Jill, or unless it was, surprisingly, with Chris, it was all kind of... Yeah. I did like Conan O'Brien, though. Not because he was a compelling character. I thought he was really boring, actually. But it was the fact that they so obviously wanted to put Conan O'Brien in a video game. Can't remember his name, either. It's not Simmons, right? Simmons is the loser incel guy from Resident Evil 6, right? Ugh. Uh-oh. No, please. I don't... No, I would not like to do these fates. Oh boy. Oh dear. Resident Evil is also a series I would like to stream at some point, but I don't know how or when. I think I'll probably play, you survey the surrounding area for a time, but see no sign of Amanalane. Thank you. Got it. I think I'll play RE3 for the first time on stream. Just because I haven't played it yet. That's something that I think would be fun to actually experience, because I'm like the only person on planet Earth, I feel like, who just does not like the original Nemesis that much. And a lot of it comes down to the dodge. There's a lot of frustration in the way that game is built, and it's mostly all because they built an entire game off of what was supposed to just be a spin-off. But the fact that you can actually press a button and dodge is just... Thank you, Cap God. I really hate that Cap God has somehow merged with Crapcom. So they've become Crap God. And now we're left with unfinished, reused assets in RE3 Remake. I missed that cutscene. Um, but yeah, chat. Mr. Conan Grolf says I need to finish 7. 7's a very good game. I like 7 a whole lot. It's a good direction for Resident Evil to go in, because it's still scary. It probably couldn't use fixed camera angles at this point. I feel like those days are over. I like fixed camera angles, but it's kind of a relic at this point, which is sad. Indie developers who are making horror games, I seriously hope they go to pre-rendered fixed cameras. But first person, I think, is it's a fine compromise. And the fact that it actually gets more action oriented to the end without actually like changing any of the mechanics it's a good touch. The Vanu must have taken him to that village, mayhap to present to their chieftain. These guys? These guys took him? These are like those trash mobs from Xenoblade 1. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Laniette what has happened. Yet by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Master Laiga, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Amanalaine in my absence, I beg you to take it. Sorry for the... Can I actually... There we go. Disable text orders. There we go. I know he could be a trifle presumptuous, and insensitive, and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. How do you pronounce your name, lady? Honoruit? Honorawa? Honoruit? Ah. Duty commenced. Oh. Okay. And I'm trying my hardest to not be a flimmy weirdo right now. It's that time of night. Okay. There we go. Uh-oh. Just do my regular rotation of this guy. I just got a new skill on my Dragoon. I've got this up just for when I actually unlock it. I got a new skill, Battle Litany. Increases critical hit rate of self and nearby party members by 10%. That's awesome. I can't wait to see what actually happens there. The ship is the stand. The ship is the stand! Why are you, Oh my god! The ship was the stand. Yeah. You know what? Actually, that applies to both RE7 and Revelations. Why was the Resident Evil team so obsessed with ships for a while? Like, Gaiden was on a ship, and you were Leon in his first canon adventure since RE2. So there's that one, and then there's Revelations, and apparently 3 was going to be Hunk on a ship. Last I heard. Man, where in the actual hell am I going? Is it that way? Is it? Oh, okay. I should check that out actually. Where the hell am I going? Can I please look and see where the hell I'm... Oh, okay, I guess it's just... Whatever. But yeah, one version of... I can't remember if it was RE3 or, like, maybe an old Code Veronica prototype or something. It was supposed to be Hunk is on a ship and Hunk has to leave. Because Hunk just got a thing. He got the virus, he had to leave. So there's something about Capcom's, like, their attempts at Resident Evil that they've just been so obsessed with ships. If there's not a ship in RE8, I'd be highly surprised. Uh-oh. Yeah, sure, come on. So I got this new skill. Well, it's not a new skill. It's level 50. It's called True North. Usually when you have Chaos Thrust, a big part of that is positioning. You do a ton more damage if you attack from behind, but True North takes away all of your direction requirements. So you get that that extra damage without actually having to run around or position yourself. It's a really nice little addition that they give for just DPS playing solo. Is there a ship in the movies? Man, I don't know. There's a lot in those movies. There's a stupid amount of stuff in the Resident Evil movies. Oh, and this guy must be for the rep for later. Okay. So these guys, I gotta get over there, so I'm gonna Spine Shatter, and then I'm gonna just blow all you up. Oh, okay. I should do this guy. Oh, and I don't actually need to do my True North here. This guy's just not gonna face me. Just gonna jump on you. Bam. Ah, hell. The downside to jumping all the time is, uh-oh. Do I have to soothe you? What's going on here? Is, jumping directly... Oh, fuck. Jumping directly into these attack bubbles. Okay, come on. I can tell this is gonna end poorly. Come on. There we go. Cool. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, I should have, yeah, I made a mistake. Oh my god, he's so dead. Oh my god, why? Please let me just doom spike everyone. Okay. Let's charge. Okay, cool. Okay. Oh, thank Christ. Oh, I was really getting flashbacks to my class quest from the last stream, where I kept running into like just exactly the one mob that I needed to actually kill, and in doing so, somehow aggroed like every single trash mob in the area. Oh, damn it, come on. So luckily they're giving me some ads here. Anyone else? No, those guys are, yeah, they're just gonna go do their own thing. Yeah. Take out this guy. Whoop. Ooh. Nice. Okay. Well, it's getting pretty late, so I think after, come on, you asshole. I think after this stream, after this quest, I'm probably gonna call the stream for the night. Again, these first few that I'm doing throughout the week, I really just want to test it out and make sure that I'm, you know, got a feel for it. I kind of know what I'm doing here. I think I'm probably ready for the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend, so please tell me I got those lyrics right. I'd feel like such a stupid dipshit if I didn't. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I'm still a little nervous. Like I said, playing playing Silent Hill first, and I'm not super cool. Story moment. I'm not super familiar with that game, so I'm really hoping that I don't embarrass myself too much. It should be fine, but... Oh. I like how you have a beak for your beak. Cool. I'll put you on while I contemplate the Republic. Oh, please do. I hope that I hope that my dumb streaming of either Silent Hill or Chrono Trigger properly puts you in a mood for Play-Doh. Although I'm sure, let's be honest, if anything's going to, it's going to be It's gonna be Dark Souls. Probably. Well, this is neat. Oh! I'm sorry, what's up with this? What is going on here? Is that... Hold on, is that just a dragon head? And then, like, it's got a little body?
The white,
Bismarck.
mighty Bismarck,
Bismarck?
Lord of the Mists.
I feel like that's... The windfish, yeah. I've seen someone with a mount in this that looks almost identical to the windfish, actually. I think you had to buy it, but I won't say that I wasn't tempted.
A flying whale?
A primal, really? Okay, yeah, sure. Why does Bismarck... Am I thinking of Carbuncle? Bismarck sounds like a familiar name for the for one of the summons. People, please.
We must away.
Air break of day. Man, you can't get 2 trash mobs? Jeez. I'd like to meet someone, like, in real life who has these, like, NPC, like stances. What do you see? Me. Oh, cool. Sid!
Alright, we're going in.
Hell yeah, we are.
Aye, aye, Chief.
Biggs and Wedge. Alright, my boys are back. I'm glad that not all of them were horribly killed.
All aboard!
Yeah! You got it. Okay, see you later. Yeah! Bye, bitches! Cool. Oh, what do you see? Oh, that guy. The whale head. Oh, he's even he's even got whale noises. That's cool. Huh. Neat. All right, cool. Speak to Sid. What's going on, buddy? What's going on, big guy? Ah, hell! I didn't mean to click through that. Yep, whatever you said, dude. Yeah, you got it. 'Twas but blind chance that brought us together this time, in case you were wondering. The Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs, the Protector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Camp Cloudtop to cast an eye over the ship, only to learn that you had arrived some few days before with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. I was? Oh, yeah. Small world, I thought. Just as said lordling's manservant skittered into view. The last verb that I want to attach to a manservant is the word skitter. Babbling about his master having been captured and you risking all to rescue him, and the rest, as they say, is history. That's correct. Right, well, I hate to cut short our reunion, but I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. And they're back in town. Don't worry, old friend, we'll speak again soon, I promise. Okay. And there we go. Very nice. Yeah, I'm really liking this this story much more than I was the story for Realm Reborn. Although by the end, Realm Reborn got really cool, especially when you start rating their Garland, whatever. Whenever you start rating their bases, that's actually really cool. Very well, I admit it. It was an incredibly harrowing experience. I could very well have died, you know. Me. Dead! On the other hand, by risking life and limb in the line of duty, I did succeed in uncovering the existence of a new primal. And that, old boy, is no small feat. That thing was jumping out of the clouds. There was no way we would have missed it. There was absolutely nothing. No way. not a thing in the world that could have made us not catch that at some point. Probably just flying around like above the clouds. We were gonna notice it at some point. It's fine. You didn't. Yeah, don't take credit for that, please. I have made an historic discovery. Eat shit, dude. A fact even Lady Laniette will have no choice but to acknowledge. Yes! I am rather looking forward to basking in the sunshine of her praise. Speaking of which, isn't it time we made our triumphant return? And that will take us... Okay. Back to the camp. Actually... Am I in a... Now, what do you call this thing? His name is Juice O'Brien. You talking about the, You talking about the guy from Revelations? Conan O'Brien? Did I... Your level is no longer synced. I've entered a sanctuary. Cool. I'm here. Just O'Brien. Yep. It's because he's Conan O'Brien, dude. He's the coolest guy ever. God, Revelations is so silly. But hey, they made a fun Revelation or a fun Resident Evil game, so it is what it is. You take the dumb with the actual impressive, and there's a lot impressive in Resident Evil, and there's a lot dumb too. But there's also a lot impressive in Heavensward here. I can't wait to get back to it, and I probably definitely will play off stream, but I might stream it a little more later. I might stream tomorrow, actually. I don't know. Just it really depends. I'm kind of wanting to get my chops built up a little bit more before I start doing my big single player story games. So Conan Grolf, I see that you're the last viewer in here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Anyone who's here for the VOD, if anyone decides to stop in, really grateful for everyone who's watching, and I'll see you guys later. I need to finish Realm. Yeah, Realm Reborn's really cool, dude. And as soon as you get there, let me know, and we'll run some dungeons together too, possibly on stream. For everyone else, though, bandage finger. Conan Grolf got mangled by his sweet dog because he played with him too hard, and his dog thought his rope was a finger. His rope was a finger. Is it the other way around? He thought your finger was a rope. Either way, I'm not going to lie and pretend as though I haven't. I mean, if you look at my hands right now, they're almost entirely scars from my cat because she's a horrible bitch. So animals are silly. But anyway, thanks to everyone who is stopping in, anyone who's watching the VOD or whatever's happening. I'm probably going to upload this to YouTube, so if you see this there, thanks for stopping in. Share this with people. Let everyone know that Silent Hill is coming up on Saturday, as well as Chrono Trigger and Dark Souls. And I will see you all on my next stream. Thank you so much. See you later.